sometimes I do feel isolated.
Carers need to make time out for themselves.
I had a wonderful, wonderful network of friends within carers movement in Rotherham to fall back on.
And I sat down within 10 minutes, they were talking about what my son had got.
You're not alone.
When you do first get your diagnosis of a child with a disability, you feel like you've been hit by a double-decker bus. But really what you need to know is there's thousands of parents in Rotherham that are just like you.
It can be a lonely place to be when you're a carer, because you're that busy caring for that person that you forget that actually you're important as well. So your health can sometimes deteriorate, and it's nice to have somebody who's in that position to be able to support you, and just sometimes a friendly ear to sort of listen to how your day's been and some of your issues, so that you've got that extra additional support.
I had a wonderful, wonderful network of friends within carers movement in Rotherham to fall back on, and they were very, very supportive. I could sit in a room full of other carers and say nothing, and that was fine. I could sit in a room and be angry, and that was fine. I could cry, I could scream, I could swear, I could shout, and all of those getting it off your chest type emotions were accepted, understood, and okay. And that was a tremendous relief because I was not alone.
I can remember meeting this group of carers who were looking after people with enduring mental health problems, and I didn't actually know what that meant at that time. And I sat down within 10 minutes, they were talking about what my son had got. After about 2 years of being a carer, we started a group in Rotherham called Carers for Carers, and it was for people with enduring mental health problems, and it's actually run by carers, for carers. We have social evenings out, and actually at the moment I think we've at least 200 active members in the group and about 600-700 on the mailing list for people who can't get out.
Sometimes I do feel isolated. By going out and meeting other people, going to a carers forum that was a week or two, you can talk to other people that are in the same situation as you, and it's a way of relieving the stress that you're in.
Well, I went to work at a children's centre after Ben went back into school, and they introduced me to a group, a support group, VIPs, and I learnt so much. And they just listen, and a cup of tea and a shoulder crying, and they understand. I've got quite a few now friends, quite close friends. They've got children with all sorts of disabilities, and we all just were there. That's the best thing I ever did, was to go.
You can get isolated, but I was very lucky. I'd got an awful lot of good friends around me and family. My husband's sisters were very helpful. My friends were marvellous, and I probably couldn't have got through it as well without them. They were very supportive. The doctors and everybody that we dealt with were absolutely marvellous. Our practice was really good.
I found it lonely because I had to give a lot of my friends up and a lot of the duties I was doing because I couldn't plan anything really. The company does you good. If it's only going out for a meal with a friend or something like this, and like we used to have a luncheon club at Carers Forum, or ropes and things like that, and Health Network, and go for a meal occasionally, and you felt as though you belonged to, the people did care about you, and there was something at the other side, yeah.
Some people find it easier to talk to strangers because there isn't that emotional attachment, and obviously if it's a loved one you don't want to hurt anybody's feelings and you don't want to upset anybody. So instead of bottling it up, some people do find that it's quite useful to come into the service and to actually open up, tell us some of the issues and give them time to actually talk about some of the everyday concerns that they have in a safe environment with confidentiality.
Support group is the main one. For me, it was, I couldn't always go, but there was always a telephone, somebody on the end of a phone. And it might only be 5 minutes, 10 minutes on the phone saying, actually, you can do it, you're all right, you can do this.
In the world.
I have hope, because there is a lot. You know, I mean, my life has completely changed. The people I've met through caring for my children, through their autism, it's been amazing. It is amazing. And I'm meeting people every day that I never, ever would have come into contact with.
But never be frightened to ask for help. You know, someone somewhere, you know, might know somebody who can help you.
It's like a problem shared, it's a problem halved. And sometimes they don't realise how to alleviate some of the issues, or they don't know where to go. So that's something that we can offer, and we can help alleviate some of those concerns. Carers need to make time out for themselves.
If you're a carer, or if you know someone that is, then contact Rotherham Carers Corner for help, support and advice about caring.